Imagine this. Your car suddenly breaks down. The repair costs $2,000. Or maybe tomorrow you lose your job. Would you be able to pay your bills without using a credit card or borrowing money? The truth is, most people couldn't. And that's exactly why an emergency fund isn't just another savings account. It's your financial safety net when life doesn't go according to plan. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to build an emergency fund faster, even if you're living on a low income. Let's get started. The first step to building an emergency fund is knowing exactly how much you need. Many people make the mistake of thinking they need thousands of dollars saved before they even begin. Because of that, they feel overwhelmed and never start. But building financial security doesn't happen all at once. It starts with one small goal. Your first target doesn't need to be 3 or 6 months of expenses. Start with a realistic milestone. For example, your first goal could be saving $500. Then work your way toward $1,000. Once you reach that point, you can slowly build enough savings to cover several months of essential expenses. The amount is important, but the habit is even more important. Because an emergency fund isn't built with one big deposit. It's built through small, consistent decisions over time. Now let's move to the second step. Keep your emergency fund separate from your everyday spending account. This is one of the simplest but most effective strategies. Many people struggle to save because their emergency money sits right next to their checking account. When you see extra money available, it's easy to spend it. Maybe on shopping, maybe on eating out, maybe on something you don't actually need. But when your emergency savings are kept in a separate account, you create a clear boundary. You remind yourself that this money has one important purpose: protection. This money is there for unexpected situations. A medical expense, a sudden car repair, a temporary loss of income. Many people choose a high-yield savings account because their money can continue growing while still remaining accessible when needed. The goal is simple. Your emergency fund should be safe, separate, and available when life surprises you. Now let's talk about the third step. Automate your savings. One of the biggest reasons people fail to save money is because they wait until the end of the month. They tell themselves, "I'll save whatever is left after paying my bills." But for many people, there is usually nothing left. The better approach is to save first. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund every payday. Even if you can only save $25 or $50 at a time, that's okay. The goal is to build the habit. Over time, those small contributions can grow into a financial safety net that gives you confidence and peace of mind. Remember, you don't build an emergency fund because you expect bad things to happen. You build one because you want to be prepared when life doesn't go exactly as planned. Now let's move to step number 4. Reduce small unnecessary expenses and redirect that money into your emergency fund. Many people believe they need to make thousands of dollars more before they can start saving. But that's usually not the biggest problem. The real problem is that small daily expenses quietly add up over time. Buying coffee every morning, ordering food several times a week, subscriptions you rarely use, impulse purchases that seemed harmless at the time. Individually, these expenses may not look significant, but together they can easily add up to hundreds of dollars every month. Take a few minutes to review your bank statements. Ask yourself one simple question. Do I really need this? You don't have to eliminate everything you enjoy. Just cutting back on a few unnecessary expenses can free up extra money that can go directly into your emergency fund. Now let's move to step number 5. Save every unexpected dollar you receive. Whenever you get a tax refund, a work bonus, birthday money, cashback rewards, or any unexpected income, avoid the temptation to spend it immediately. Instead, put at least a portion of it into your emergency fund. Because this is money you weren't depending on for your monthly bills, saving it is usually much easier. Imagine receiving a $500 tax refund. Instead of buying something you may forget about in a few months, that same $500 could become the foundation of your financial safety net. One smart decision today could protect you from borrowing thousands of dollars in the future. Now let's talk about step number 6. Increase your income whenever possible. Building an emergency fund doesn't always mean cutting expenses. Sometimes earning a little extra can make a huge difference. You could work a few extra hours, take on a freelance project, Sell items you no longer use, or start a small side hustle that fits your schedule. Even an extra $100 or $200 each month can help your emergency fund grow much faster. The goal isn't to work endlessly. The goal is to create temporary extra income that gives you long-term financial security. Remember, every dollar you save today is one less dollar you'll have to borrow during an emergency. And finally, let's move to step number 7. Stay consistent and only use your emergency fund for real emergencies. This is where many people make a costly mistake. After saving a few $100s, they start using that money for vacations, shopping, holiday gifts, or things they simply want. But that's not what an emergency fund is for. A true emergency is something unexpected, necessary, and urgent. For example, a sudden medical expense, a major car repair, losing your job, or an essential home repair that simply can't wait. Those are the moments your emergency fund is designed for. Every time you avoid using a credit card during one of these situations, you're protecting both your finances and your peace of mind. Remember, an emergency fund isn't meant to make your life more exciting. It's meant to make difficult moments less stressful. Now let's quickly recap today's 7 proven steps. First, set a realistic savings goal instead of trying to save everything at once. Second, keep your emergency fund in a separate savings account. Third, automate your savings so you pay yourself first every payday. Fourth, reduce unnecessary expenses and redirect that money into your emergency fund. Fifth, save unexpected income like tax refunds, bonuses, cashback rewards, or cash gifts. Sixth, increase your income whenever possible through extra work, freelancing, or a side hustle. And finally, stay consistent and use your emergency fund only for genuine emergencies. Here's one thing I want you to remember. Building an emergency fund isn't about how much money you make. It's about building one simple habit that can protect your financial future. Even if you start with just $25 or $50, you're still making progress. Every dollar you save today is one step closer to financial security. One day, when life surprises you with an unexpected expense, you'll be grateful that you started today instead of waiting for the perfect time. Because financial freedom doesn't begin when you become rich. It begins the moment you start preparing for the unexpected. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more easy-to-understand personal finance tips. Every week, you'll learn practical strategies to save more money, build stronger financial habits, improve your financial future, and make smarter money decisions with confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, keep building your financial future, and I'll see you in the next video.